Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. How you doing, guys? Today is Thursday, and you know how we do things on Podium. My name is Titilola Aboyade-cole, and you're welcome to the Podium.
The Podium. The Podium showcases the beauty of this nation in a way to correct the ideas people have ranging from arts and craft, culture and tourism, fashion, oil, agriculture, events and many more. The Podium is a must-watch. It is entertaining, expository, informative, educating and interactive. The Podium.
Redefining Africa and its beauties. Hello, hello again. You're welcome back to the Podium. My name is Titilola Aboyade-cole, but you can call me Queen Podium. That's what a lot of people call me. And some people do call me Yalode as well, but I prefer to be called Coach Tak or Queen Podium. Today we have a special, special guest. You see, King Sunny Ade will say, Bibi Ire Lafi Momoto Yoju, and the last of it is Katekpa Moshe Lafi Momo, let me just not become King Sunny Ade or his assistants. But today, you know what the Yorubas will call Ojulowo Omo. Ojulowo Omo Apatata Èèyàn Pàtàkì láwùjọ. Because this person is not Omo. This person is Mama, but when you see her, you will be deceived. You think she's Omo gay, but she's still on point, but she's a lot of things. I would not say everything she is, I'll let her come and introduce herself to us. And who do I have? Remember, if you were with us last week, I said I will bring somebody who is a double doctor. I'm tripped though. She's tripping me. Since the day I found out that while I'm struggling to have masters, while I'm struggling with MBA, I can't go and do MBA. I'm stressed. I'm stressed enough. Somebody now did MBA, now did PhD one, PhD two, and is practicing in social. I will not tell you everything, but you know what? I love my heart for her. And who am I talking about? This person is no other than my beautiful, my elegant, my eloquent, my intelligent lady, Dr. Lara Sodunola. Hello, doctor.
Thank you, my
You
sister.
are very, very welcome to the
How
podium.
are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, ma?
I'm doing fine, ma. And I'm very pleased to be here. I
You
know
say,
you've been running after me for
I
quite
know,
a lot.
I know.
But you finally got me here. I'm all
Yeah,
yours.
it will be like that because you can't be easily reached like that. You should somebody with your caliber, somebody with your status, somebody with everything you do, with how full your hands are. Mm, I'm glad you're able to come eventually. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you
Good to,
for having
good to
me.
have you. So, Dr. Lara,
Yes, ma.
what can you tell me about yourself? Let's say I don't know you. For the benefit of the people watching you, what can you
Okay.
tell me? Tell us about yourself, ma'am.
Thank you, ma. Queen Podium, Madam Titi Lola Aboyade-cole.
Yes, so
The very first time I heard about that name, your last name, and I just remembered that the name just rang a bell. Like,
wow.
okay, these are the Lagosians,
Yes, so yes, so wow.
Again, thanks for having me. My name is Dr. Lara Sodunola. I am from Abeokuta, born and bred in Abeokuta.
Mm,
Um, I went to school in primary school in Abeokuta, St. Benedict Private School, and then went on to Kwara State Polytechnic in Ilorin,
mm,
where I got diploma in public administration and local government administration.
Hmm.
And it was after that that I traveled to United States in 98. And then I started schooling. My mom was here, my dad, and I had already knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the healthcare. So I went on into pharmacy school,
Okay.
and it was a bit of a journey, but thank God we're here today. And in pharmacy school, I got married. Today, I have three teenagers.
Wow.
My hands are full, and I own my own pharmacy in the Dallas DFW area in Texas, United States.
Hmm.
Um, so that's where I live also.
Okay.
And it was also my ambition to go to seminary school as a Christian. And after getting the doctorate of pharmacy, I also went ahead and got a doctor of philosophy in
Ah.
organizational leadership in the seminary school. So
Oh.
that was how I ended up with two doctorate degrees.
Oh my goodness. I was thinking that who does that? Ṣé ìwé òǹsọ àwọn kan ni? Like, but now I get it. Now I get
Mhm.
it. You finished with the academics and then you also chose to serve God,
Yes.
to have the same knowledge
Hmm.
to enable you to navigate the spiritual. Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
My-
so proud. I never knew that you were a pastor, Mrs.
Not exactly a pastor, but they taught us everything you're supposed to do as a minister. Yeah.
So you're a minister.
Yeah, if you want to call it
Oh,
that.
oh wow. Okay, mommy Gio.
Ah, no, no, no. Kotoyema.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lara. You are a passionate person about whatever you decide to do. Can you shed more light on your passions before we come back to your career and your education?
Okay. After I turned 40, I actually started learning more about myself. Because to be
Hmm.
honest with you, before then, if you ask me who I am, I could barely tell you. So after 40, I started learning more. I sat down one day and I'm like, Lara, who are you?
Hmm.
And then I started getting answers from within that, okay, I know I'm a bit reserved person. I am very nice and passionate. That
Yeah.
is not to be mistaken for being stupid or gullible, because behind every nice person is, let me say, behind every nice woman is
Hmm.
this lioness.
True.
Mhm. So, whatever I put my hands into, I do it diligently and passionately. I love to give. I don't have any problem giving.
Hmm.
I don't want to be taken advantage of,
Hmm.
but I do like to help people. People around me, people I don't know. I love to teach. I have a lot of students come to my establishment from the universities, pharmacy school, the upcoming pharmacy students. They
Okay.
come in, I train them, and they've always liked my way of training them. They learn a lot from me, and they ask. Yeah.
So it will be right if we call you a mentor, a
Yes.
trainer,
Yes.
a
You will
woman
be.
of many talents. Hmm.
Yes.
Interesting. So you said you train people at your pharmacy. I also and you said you have a pharmacy in Dallas,
Yes.
Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also learned that you have licenses for 3 states.
Yes. I'm licensed in New Mexico, Texas, and Pennsylvania. And I am also licensed in Nigeria as a pharmacist.
Wow. Oh
Yes.
my God. So you how did you choose that, the Nigerian one?
In 2016, I traveled because Nigeria has the Board of Pharmacy in Nigeria. They have a program where they invite foreign pharmacy graduates like myself to Nigeria to
Hmm.
do something called reciprocity. So you do some class time, which was like 6 weeks at a time, and then we take a final
Hmm.
exam. So I
Ah,
traveled home. They do a rotational thing, like they could do it in Jos, it could be in Kaduna, and at the
yeah.
time it was in Shagamu. And I'm like, okay,
Ah.
I'm comfortable with Shagamu. I better go and do this.
Oh yeah, I
And
know.
I'm from Abeokuta, and Shagamu is only,
The
a
stone throw.
drive. So I would go to Shagamu from Monday through Friday, and then I would
Mhm.
go to Abeokuta on the weekend, and for 6 weeks, and that was how we did that. And we took our final exam. We got to meet a lot of other foreign pharmacy graduates from UK, India, Ghana, all over the world. And
Fantastic.
we still
Oh, that's
communicate till this day. Yeah.
to this day. Hmm.
Yes.
That's awesome, Doctor. That's really, really interesting to know that
Mm-hmm.
because you've established yourself in diaspora, you've got everything you wanted, it didn't stop you from wanting the same, from you didn't forget your roots. And
Not
that
at
brings
all.
me to the and that
Mhm.
brings it to the next question.
Okay.
I We observe that you are a very important part of the Nigerian community in diaspora, or should I say Yoruba community? Can you shed more light on that for us, please?
First of all, yes, we are Nigerians in
Mhm.
diaspora. We actually have a association called Nigerian Pharmacist
Mm.
Association, DFW. And then we also have one that's Nigerian Pharmacists, Association in the Americas, NAFSA. So I
Okay.
participate a lot in that. And at a point, I was the vice president in the local chapter. So we do things together as Nigerian. And then as a Yoruba woman, which, like I told you, it was after I
Mm.
was 40 that I realized that I'm
Yeah.
actually a really traditional person. I didn't know that before then. So everything about Yoruba and the traditions started getting into me. And when I see people gathering together about Yoruba tradition and all of that, it interests me and
Mm.
I participate in it.
Mm. Okay, so that brings us to the Yoruba. What's your take on Yoruba nation?
Yoruba nation, I mean, we are a Yoruba nation. Yoruba is a nation. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter under what country we are right now. It could be in Brazil, it could be in the Americas, it could be in Cuba, you know, whatever on earth. We are a Yoruba nation. The Yoruba nation in Nigeria is Actually, before then, I didn't realize there were some Yoruba people in the Benin Republic or Togo or Ghana. It was when Yoruba Nation started that I started learning more about my race, you
Hmm.
know, as a Yoruba person.
Hmm.
And I found a lot of interest in it. I wanted to learn more about Yoruba people, about myself, my generation. And I thought we Yoruba could go a long way. We could have been a big nation if we were left to be a nation on our own. And that was what got me interested in Yoruba Nation. Because everything you learn about Nigeria, if you see that a Nigerian is doing good somewhere else, out of maybe out of five, four will be a Yoruba person.
Hmm.
It will be. Yeah.
Wow. And that's how you got interested in the movement.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I observed that you did some of the Yoruba cultural display.
It
The
was,
tell us about YNFF.
yes. YNFF is part of the Yoruba self determination movement that deals with sports, football. And then recently we had a competition of our culture, the Yoruba culture to be specific. So we tagged it Idije Asha àti Ìṣe Yoruba. So we had Yoruba people. Like I said, I didn't know Yoruba people existed in the Okun nation that were called Okun, that was in Kogi,
Hmm.
you know. And it turns out that they had their own specific ashoke. They had their own color, and they brought in all their Yoruba culture from their side and other Yoruba cultures from other Yoruba lands that we didn't even know about. So everyone was supposed to contest among their states and then come to Ibadan to do the final. And
Yeah.
then it was very successful. It was very colorful, and it brought us all together as a Yoruba nation, as Yoruba people. And then one of the other reasons we did it was to show people that culture is different. Culture and tradition is different from religion.
Exactly.
Religion is standing alone, and culture and tradition is standing on the other side.
Fantastic. Culture. I like the fact that you mentioned that culture and religion they're two different things.
Yes.
Can you shed more light on that for us? What's the difference between culture, tradition, and religion?
Yes. Our culture and tradition as Yoruba people, which we call Asha àti Ìṣe,
Mm-hmm.
is different from Ẹ̀sìn, which will be translated as religion. Àṣà àti Ìṣe could be anything from even our language, the way we dress, um, our food that we eat, the way we relate with each other, our mode of dressing. Those are our custom. Those are our tradition. The kind of drums we drum during our parties,
Yeah.
those are our traditions. And religion, there's a Yoruba religion, which Yorubas had their own prophets, just like Christianity had prophets and Islam had prophets. The Yoruba religion had their own prophets, like the
Yanifa and all of that.
Shango, Oya,
Mm.
Oromila. Those are prophets of the Yoruba religion. I mean, each person they have freedom to choose whatever religion they want to believe in and practice,
Mm-hmm.
but your tradition and culture, you can't change that. That's who you are.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Because a lot of people, they mix it all up, and once they see you embrace your tradition, your culture, they think you are fetish. They look at you as something that you're doing that is against religion. No, it's not.
It's not.
Religion, yeah,
And I won't
religion,
blame them because, it's
education.
education. It's what we grew up knowing. If you don't educate yourself and have an open mind to these things, then you're just gonna be in, like one box.
Hmm.
You won't think outside the box.
For
So
real,
thank God
for
for
real,
the internet. So it
for
lets
real.
you know what's going on in Brazil and what's going on in Cuba, and that our people are there, and all of the things that we are saying is fetish. They make it as elaborate as possible,
Hmm.
and they they are okay with it, and they are the one that's making it, showcasing it to the world.
Yeah,
And we that's supposed to be showcasing all of these things, we're
we are
lacking behind.
ashamed.
Hmm.
We are ashamed.
Yeah.
I'm glad a lot of people are coming round. A lot of people are beginning to embrace it. Before we move forward, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the following people. Mr. JD, thank you for joining us. Dotsun, thank you for joining us. I can see my brother Koiki Media, Olayomi Koiki. Thank you. He's been hailing you,
The
Dr.
white
Lara.
lion.
He's been
Yeah.
sending greetings your way. Thank you very much for joining us today, and kindly share so that other people can also join us and hear from our double doctor, Dr. Lara Sodunola from the United States of America. Thank you very much, Ma. We're still here. So,
Thank you, ma.
Dr. Lara, um, now we know that. Okay, so what are we doing to promote our culture in diaspora? What are the Yorubas doing to, number one, promote their culture in diaspora? Number two, to support one another. I know that everybody will say they want Yoruba nation and everything back home. However, the people, the Yorubas in diaspora, is there any organization that is there to support them whilst in diaspora?
Oh, yes. We have so many organizations out there. And I think the start is actually to start from home, like to train our children to know more about our culture and to be able to
Mhm.
speak and understand the language. Like my children, I've been telling them, you should at least understand and greet me in Yoruba.
Okay.
So when they come back from school, they're like, ekule ma or ekasom. And my son, when I went to a school for the end of the year party, and they were singing one Christmas carol, and it was actually in Yoruba. And
Oh
I
my
told
God.
him, and I said, "Do you realize that that song you are singing, that your colleagues are singing, is Yoruba?" And I was like, "Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was Yoruba because I had Baba in it, and it had some other
Oh,
words. Yeah." And it was that song is Awayo Ari Baba Bojole,
oh my
Awayo Ari Baba Feinti. It was a Christmas carol. Ibola bi Jesu, Ibola baby see. But then the people that are singing it, they didn't understand what they're singing. They just know it's Christmas song and they were singing it, and he was part of them. And
That's
I'm like, that's
good.
your language. You should know.
Oh my
And
goodness.
and then I went to I approached the music teacher and told her that I could understand everything you were singing about that song. It's like, and she was so happy. She
Oh,
appreciated it. She's like,
oh.
"Oh, I hope we sang it very well. I hope we didn't butcher it." I said, "No, you didn't." Because if I could understand it, let me see the butcher.
Exactly.
And she was like, "Oh, what language was it?" So I told her it was Yoruba language from majority from Nigeria, West Africa.
Hmm.
That's where it comes from. So they were singing it, they didn't even know what they were
You know
singing.
what they were
So I
singing?
educated
Wow.
them. So if our children would know, at least some of our language,
Hmm.
our culture, and all of that, it starts from there. And
Hmm.
then when they go out, they'll be able to display it like
Yes.
from greeting, like when my children will greet friends and family outside, they won't be pointing to shake them. They want to like
Hmm.
prostrate or ekasoma, good
Yeah.
afternoon, ma.
Yeah.
They'll do that. So it starts from home. And then, like in this DFW area that I live, there's a whole lot of association. There's the Egbe Omo Yoruba, there's the Egbe Omo Egba, Egbe Omo Awori, Egbe Omo, everything is available that you can join and participate and do your part, you know.
Hmm. Um, I'm sure that those associations are there to support, but are they also teaching you the Yoruba culture and the Yoruba language in diaspora?
Yes. Like
Okay.
one of those Egbe Omo Yoruba DFW, they actually have Yoruba classes for our children that we
Hmm.
can enroll them in their online classes too, that we can enroll our children for Yoruba language. Hmm.
Fantastic. Okay, I can see that some people are trying to call. I'm not sure if they're trying to call into the show or they're just trying to call me. So if you're trying to call into the show, kindly dial this number on the screen to say hello to Dr. Lara or ask her a question or just say something to us on the show. So if you'd like to be part of the show, kindly call the number on the screen. It's +44 actually. It's plus 1 second, please. +44. Yeah. So if you want to speak to us, kindly call this number now and you'll be able to speak to Dr. Lara Sodunola. Now, Dr. Lara, you mentioned something about your pharmacy. Um, I also gathered that you have a wellness center, or is it the same thing?
Um, it's together. It's
It's
together.
together.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the one part is the pharmacy, and the one side is the wellness center.
Can you tell us more about that?
The wellness center is for people that are leaning more towards the natural care. We have natural supplements, for them, and that are very effective. And as a pharmacist, we're within the legal protocol that we can give them and monitor them closely, to achieve the goal that we want to achieve. Yes.
Okay, so is that something like what they will call naturopathy?
Yes.
Right.
Or we call it functional medicine sometimes,
Oh, okay.
or clinical nutrition.
Okay.
Hmm.
If I wanted to lose weight now, you will help me.
Yes. So
Ah.
you have to follow the protocol closely. We have to monitor you closely.
Hmm. Okay. Because I want to lose weight, and I hope you're going to, and I hope you're going to monitor me and ensure that
Sure.
I lose at least 20 kilos.
Sure, why not?
So count me in as your first, as your clients. So,
Especially for you, ma.
hey, hey, watch this space, guys. The next time you're gonna see me, I'll be as beautiful or almost as beautiful as Dr. Lara.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, you have a very, very shiny skin. Thank you. So, Can I talk about this mentorship thing of yours? How
Okay.
you mentor people. So if I happen to be new in the
Mhm.
US and I want to follow your path, do you have any program to support people, Yoruba people, Nigerian people, people generally, anybody from any race? Is there anything you can do to ensure that they follow that path without losing out on time, money, and a lot of other things before understanding the right path to follow?
Okay. So do you mean if they want to become a pharmacist like myself?
Yes, if they want to become a pharmacist, they're in the
Yes.
US already. They have their papers or they have their GCSEs and everything, but
Sure.
they want to follow that path. What do they need to do?
Sure. I would tell them what they need to do. They need to, pharmacy right now is a 6 year program. Um, a lot of our children right now, they don't want to stay in school for 6 years. So if they really, really want to do it, I would encourage them to and show them the schools to do that offer pharmacy programs. The school that I'm affiliated with is the UNT, the University of North Texas. So I'm one of their preceptors. So when students are at the stage of going on the clinical part of their training, they send them to us. So we then show them like the real practical parts of pharmacy. So like what they're teaching them in the lab and the lecture, so we actually show it to them. And they actually get to talk to patients, get to mix the medicine from powder into like cream
Oh,
or
really?
into troches. Yeah, all of those medicine you see, they actually starts from powder. Your penicillin, your paracetamol. So you can then make them into tablets, or you can make them into capsules, or
Hmm.
even creams. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So there's so many parts to become a pharmacist in the United States. And if you're already a pharmacist in Nigeria, for example, and you came
Want
here,
to convert? Yeah.
right? So there are two exams that you would take, and one of them would require you to shadow at a pharmacy for 1,500 hours.
Oh,
And
my
that's,
God.
yes. And that's where I can really come in to help because they can be at my pharmacy for, to complete that 1,500 hours. And then I will sign it off for them and then they'll be able to get their license. Yeah.
1,500 hours. How many days of work would that be?
Maximum you can do in a week is 40. So maximum of 40 hours a week. So you can do
Oh, my
20, you can
God.
do 30, depends on you. But the
It's,
whole thing is 1,500.
it's going to take you about a year to do that.
6 months to a year. It depends on you, how fast you want to do it.
Oh, my goodness. 40 hours times 10 weeks, 400. 20 weeks, 800. 30 weeks, 1,200. Almost a year.
Yes.
Almost
Yes.
a year. Good Lord. Well,
You know,
that's,
in the Western world, they overtrain you. So
I know,
you get
oh,
overtrained.
which is good
It
because you
is
become
good.
competent.
Hmm.
You become competent in what you've been
Yes.
trained to
Yes.
do.
So by the time you get that certificate, you are competent.
You are competent, yeah, and you can
Yes.
do what the certificate says you can
Yes.
do.
Hmm.
Hmm. I like that. So, okay,
Yes.
so do you have a website where people can reach you if they want to find out more? Because I'm sure when we have this show live, we
Hmm.
don't get a lot of people watching live.
Okay.
However, Once we're done, people start asking me questions. Oh, you brought a guest on the 13th of November. Can I get her contact? How do I ask her this? Is there a way? Do you have a website that people
I
can go
don't
to
have a
find your?
website, but I have a Gmail address that it's my name,
Oh, I don't want you
just
to
like
put that
that.
out on the public space.
Oh, okay.
Your Gmail, or is it a public email address?
It could be. It's fine.
Okay.
You can email me there.
Okay, you know what? If you have any question, you can send me a message while we work out Dr. Lara's website. Dr. Lara, it's about time you
Okay.
start speaking to Podium International about your website.
Okay, that's fine. You can make
Yeah,
one for me.
yeah, we're going to make one for you. By the way,
Okay.
guys, if you want your website made, you should really and truly, everyone, not businesses, everyone should have a website because
Okay.
we rely on social media. What if Elon Musk wakes up tomorrow and say there's no more Twitter? I'm taking everything down. What do you do with your
Mm,
followers? Everybody who knows you, and the only address they know is Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, and it's not there. If you have your own website, no matter what, when they're looking for you, your CV is there, your profile, every other thing that you're doing, you can keep adding to it. You can keep adding to it and say, this is all about me. So anybody wants to know anything about me, coachtac.org is there. They will go there and find me and they will find information about me. Of course, I'm not against the social media. It's good, but you have to follow their rules and regulations, otherwise they'll pull you down.
for
If
sure
they
too.
pull you down, what do you then do? So we need to all have our own domain names, our own website. If you need
That's a
more
good idea.
information, get in touch with Podium International. We will get it sorted out for you. Dr. Lara, thank you so much. Someone asked a question, Mr. Kunle Esho. He said, how can we enroll children for the Yoruba classes? Do you have any information?
They have a website, Egbe Omo Yoruba DFW. If you could just Google it, the website will come up. Egbe Omo Yoruba DFW.
Egbe Omo Yoruba DFW. Let me
Mm-hmm.
put that on the screen.
Yeah.
Egbe Omo Yoruba. I'm sure Koiki will have some information
W is
on how to get children trained.
it's in Dallas, Texas.
Okay, Egbe Omo Yoruba DFW in
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Akunle, you can Google them or check them out. If I have it, I'm gonna if I get once I get the domain name or their website address, I'll put it in the comment section after the show. So if you don't see it on the screen, if you're on YouTube, go to the comment section, you'll find it there. If you're on Facebook, if you're watching us on Facebook, go to the comment section, you'll find it there too. Thanks to the people who are joining from Facebook as well. Thank you very much for joining us today. Well, Dr. Lara, is there anything you would like to say to people before we round up? We have 2 more minutes to go. Is there anything you'd like to say to people, or is there something you'd like us to know about you that we haven't asked?
I just want to say, as the year is running to an end, wishing the Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining
Welcome.
us today. Thank you for giving us your time. And we hope to call you back very soon, especially when we have information or inquiry about your area of expertise and would like
Sure.
somebody of that. Should I even tell them about your column in the Podium News Weekly? Yes. Should I
Yes,
or should
we're
I?
working on that. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, guys. As you are aware, we have a publication that comes out every weekend. It's called Podium News Weekly. What it is a compilation of everything that has happened, both home and away, for Africans and diasporans. So we bring it together under one publication. It's called Podium News Weekly. If you don't follow the news on our website every day, You can just wait for that one. You can follow us, Podium News, on WhatsApp channel. We will drop it there. Or you can sign up. You can tell me that, okay, I would like to sign up. Get in touch with me. The same number that I put on the screen earlier on, 07442 177 677. And I'll add you to the community. So in this publication, we have some great columnists. We have people like Dr. Ilesonmi who talks to us about finance every week. If you want to learn how to get your finance in control, put everything under control, read Finance by Dr. Ilesonmi. And then we also have another column called The Realtor. And who is the realtor? Say moi. I talk to you about real estate investments, how to start even without money, how to start any real estate journey, even when you don't have a lot of money. You don't have to have money to invest. Yes, of course, the investment in the first place requires some money. So when we say without money, it doesn't mean zero minus not 1 naira. No, maybe something very little. Maybe the amount of money you only need to register your company, the amount of money you only need to do a few things. Now, we are bringing in Dr. Lara to come and take care of the wellness section.
Yes.
She is going to take care of your well-being, both mental, physical, emotional, and everything. She's going to talk to you, especially women. She's going to handle the health department of Podium News. Of course, we have Dr. Oluwajano, who is a surgeon who handles the main core health issues. But everything to do with wellness, Dr. Lara will be bringing it to us fresh, hot every Saturday. So watch out for Dr. Lara's column starting from January, because I know she's winding down for Christmas already. She might not. I don't know if she has put her column together, articles together. If she has, you might be lucky to read from her over Christmas. But if she hasn't, first week in January, Dr. Lara is available for us to celebrate the remaining part of the year, to establish how we need to do, what we need to do to survive the winter months, what we need to do to make sure that menopause is not killing the women, what we need to do, this. So to read from Dr. Lara, just stay tuned. And you see that in that January, our daddy of the house is coming back on board. He took a break. Our daddy of the house, I'm sure you know our daddy of the house. That is Mr. Banji Ayiloge, the Modoye crooner himself, the master of political science. He's going to talk to us about politics back home and politics even in diaspora. So, Podium News Weekly is a moving train. So you either join us or you join us. You have no other option. If you actually want to know what's happening back home and in diaspora, you need to be part of Podium News Weekly. So if you haven't signed up, what are you waiting for? You need to reach out to us. So, that is also online. Daddy said I won't miss an issue. Talk about the angel. Daddy said I won't miss an issue of the Podium. Daddy, you've never missed an issue anyway, because you're our mentor, you're our leader, you're everything. You check all the I's and the T's. Daddy will make sure that your I is in the right place and your T is crossed where it needs to be crossed. So thank you very much, Daddy. So this is what we have from Dr. Lara Sodunola today, the double doctor, the doctor of pharmacy, and the doctor of philosophy, right?
Yes.
Doctor of pharmacy and doctor of philosophy. The person who is serving God, who is working for the body and for the soul. She's taking care of our health and she's taking care of our soul. So who else do we want to work with? Who else do we want to get to know? Who else do we want to be in contact with? than from Dr. Lara. I personally can't even wait to start reading your column because it will give me a piece of you. It will let me understand a bit more of you because I know you're on the reserved side and you're very posh and everything, but I still want to know more, you know? I like to know more than what you're listening to. So once you put your pen to paper, I know that we will get to know more. We'll know where.
Sure.
Yeah. So I can't wait. Oh, Mr. Jenny also said, I am eagerly waiting for Dr. Lara Sodunola's column. Oh, and also Koiki said, we appreciate both of you tonight on tonight's program. Olayomi Koiki, we love you. We love you so much. He's such a wonderful person. He
Yes.
supports, he's a committed Yoruba man.
Very supportive. Yes.
He's a committed Yoruba man. Anything that would push you forward, Koiki is there. And he will just do it without without favor or fear, without fear or favor. God bless you, Olayomi Koiki. Thank you for joining us. And I hope you will join us next week too. Thank you. We love you so much. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Mr. Kunle Esho. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Dotsun. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And those who have not said anything, I know you are watching. And those who are not watching live, who are going to watch the playback, thank you too for clicking on the program. And if you want to know more about Dr. Lara Sodunola, watch out in the new year for her website. I'll bring it back to you. I'll let you know once our website is ready. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. And Dr. Lara, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Thank you, ma'am. God bless you.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
The Podium. The Podium showcases the beauty of this nation in a way to correct the ideas people have, ranging from arts and craft, culture and tourism, fashion, oil, agriculture, events, and many more. The Podium is a must-watch. It is entertaining, expository, informative, educating, and interactive. The Podium.